Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having your time with us today. Today we have another webinar hosted by ChemSpace team. And my name is Olga, and I'm head of sales at ChemSpace, and I'm going to lead you through this webinar today. Before we start, I would like to check with you whether you can hear me and see me. Yeah, could you please type yes, if you can, in the chat box. Okay, great. Yeah, a few announcements about our webinar. So first of all attendees will be muted for the whole webinar. So if you have any questions or comments, you can type them, and after the presentation, I will read them, and the presenter or myself will respond to you. And another thing I would like to say is that this webinar will be recorded, and we provide you with a link for this webinar, and please free to share this video with your colleagues who might not be able to join us today. Yeah, before I introduce you our guest speaker, I would like to remind you a few things about ChemSpace. Okay, now I will start presentation. Give me a sec. Okay. 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 So ChemSpace is basically a platform, a marketplace for small molecules. We represent billions of molecules on ChemSpace, and all these molecules are available to search and buy. I'm honored to say that ChemSpace currently offers the largest pool of small molecules on the market, and it includes over 400,000 of in-stock building blocks and 3 million of in-stock screening compounds. Besides, we offer billions of make-on-demand analogs, which can be synthesized like within a really acceptable period of time. Even though we offer such a great pool of molecules, if you can't find the right molecule, ChemSpace team is here to help you and source these molecules for you. To support drug discovery projects of our customers, we have a few models, like we can do procurement and sourcing services on FTE basis. We can source our molecules on fee-for-service basis, and there are a number of special programs to support virtual screening campaigns and stock expansion programs. As I said, ChemSpace offers a really a large catalog of molecules, and I think we did a good job enabling a really fast and efficient search on our platform. All necessary types of search are available on chemspace.com. You can use exact search, substructure search, and similarity search. To run the search, actually, what you need to draw the molecule, or you just use some identifier like CUS number, like MFCD number, or ChemSpace ID, supplier's ID, SMILES. Alternatively, you can import the file like ASD file or TXT file. Together with our partner Biosolve IT, we provide our customers with access to Enamine real space. And now, using ChemSpace platform, you can explore a really huge chemical space, like over 19 billions of molecules, using F3 search powered by Biosolve IT. And I wanted to announce that recently ChemSpace enabled a search of tool compounds. So now you can use like a name or trade name or any synonym to search for tool compounds. And we aim to become like a universal platform for all the researchers, where the researchers can search not just for small molecules, but for tool compounds as well, for biological products like antibodies, proteins, peptides, and hopefully very soon we will be able to announce that all these products I mentioned will be available on our platform also. But the nearest goal is to enable a search of tool compounds using target name or some external ID like Campbell ID or PubChem ID. For now, you can use just a trade name. You can type it like, for example, Glivec, run the search and receive the results. You can see that there are a few suppliers which offer this molecule, and you can look through the list and you can see different packages from milligram amount to gram amount. Yeah, you can play with filters on the left to choose the right suppliers, the preferable suppliers, and you can actually choose the size of packages. ChemSpace supports different type of integrations, and one of them is punch-out site. It's absolutely customizable, it's secure, and actually compatible with the common ERP systems like SAP, COPA, Ariba, etc. We successfully launched like 3 integrations, 3 punch-out sites with the big pharma, with biotech companies, and more projects are now in progress. As I mentioned, our goal is to become a one-stop shop for the researchers, where they can find everything they need to run their drug discovery research. And in order to accomplish this goal, we need like trustful and reliable suppliers. And I'm honored to introduce you and welcome Dr. David Lee, Vice President of MedChemExpress. He got his PhD in genetics in Iowa University. He did a few postdocs in Princeton University and Vanderbilt University, and in 2017 he joined MedChemExpress. Since 2018 he is Vice President at MedChemExpress. So with that, I will close my presentation and give the word to David.
Hello. Hi, can everybody hear me? Thank you, Olga. Thank you for the very nice introduction. I'm not sure. It freeze. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, Olga? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I can see your main screen.
Okay, great.
The first, yeah.
Sure. So can you see the screen? Okay, let me play the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And can you see the presentation now?
I can see, but still it's just a main screen. It's not in...
It takes time to load. So, okay.
Oh, great.
Okay, great. Oops. Hello everyone. Thank you very much. And first of all, I really appreciate the very nice introduction provided by Olga. And it is really a pleasure for MedChemExpress to work with ChemSpace and to provide our products and service to support all the researchers, scientists, and the companies in the field of biomedical research and drug discovery. So today I want to use this opportunity to briefly introduce our products and service offered by MedChemExpress. And our goal is always dedicated to enabling your success in biomedical research and drug discovery. Now, just here, I always like to summarize what I'm going to talk about, so you know where will we at during the presentation. So today in this presentation, I will first briefly introduce our company's history and current status. Then I will talk about some of the featured products, including bioactive tool compounds, compound libraries, life science products. Then I will briefly introduce our services, including our FFS and FTE custom synthesis service, the virtual screening service, and at the end, I will introduce our CMC service for active pharmaceutical ingredients and advanced intermediates that are targeted for customers in the industry. So in the beginning, I will talk about our company's history and our current status. So MedChemExpress is actually a subsidiary of Shanghai Haoyuan Chemexpress, which was founded in 2006 by a group of chemists. In 2009, MedChemExpress was founded with the goal to serve bioactive tool compounds and custom synthesis service to the academia, to the customers in academia, as well as the pharmaceutical industry. Between 2010 and 2013, our company grew rapidly with continuous expansion of our Shanghai R&D center. And also, we established the US Business Center in Mammoth Junction, New Jersey. After 3 rounds of investments we received from the investors, we were from 2014 and 2018, we were able to start constructing our own cGMP manufacturing facility and also expand our research and development capacity by establishing a second R&D center in Anhui province. Just not long ago, early June 2021, which actually marks a big milestone for our company, that our parent company, Shanghai Haoyuan Chemexpress, is now become a public traded company in Shanghai Stock Exchange market. We believe those developments will continue building our capacities to provide better service and better products to all of our customers. So with our last decade's hard work, now MedChemExpress has become a worldwide operation with numerous distributors in several countries, almost every continent except the Antarctica. And also, we have, in addition to our R&D and headquarters in Shanghai, we now have 2 overseas operation centers. One in Europe, is based in Sweden, and the other one is in the US. That's MedChemExpress USA, based in Mammoth Junction, New Jersey. So Our goal is to facilitate drug discovery and development, as well as biomedical research at all stages. Here, I'm using this illustration to talk about what we are targeting to serve the customers at different stages of drug discovery and development. We wanted to provide the products and the service to support the early discovery by our tool compounds, our compound libraries, and our life science products. Our custom synthesis service, including both the FIFO service and the FTE service, will help both the chemists and as well as the biologists to expand their toolbox for both the early discovery as well as to the lead optimization phases. Our CMC service, mainly focusing on active pharmaceutical ingredients, registered starting materials, and advanced intermediates, are designed toward serving the customers in the later stages of the drug discovery and development. With our pre-GMP and the GMP manufacturing facilities, as well as our experience in drug master file preparation, as well as the IND application, we hope to serve our customer, basically to run the whole course with our clients until the commercialization of their pipeline products. So now I wanted to introduce you our products offered by MedChemExpress, including the bioactive tool compounds, our compound libraries, and our life science products. As for now, we have more than 12,000 bioactive tool compounds that are in stock in our inventory. And we also provide more than 90 customizable compound screening libraries to our clients. And both lists are actually growing relatively fast. So our bioactive tool compounds are small molecule as well as biological compounds with known biological activities. And right now in our catalog, we offer more than 20,000. Again, actually we have about 15,000 of them in stock that are targeting 22 signaling pathways that are shown here. We also group our bioactive tool compounds by the research areas they are related with, as well as the clinical phase of those compounds that we have the record. For example, on the left side of the slide, what I'm showing is that currently we have over 10,000 compounds that are known has been involved in cancer research. We have about 2,900 compounds that has the known anti-infection activities. We also have 3,500, a little bit more than 3,500 compounds that are known to be involved in treating the neurological diseases. So of course, those compounds actually can overlap. For example, compounds involved related with inflammation and immunology, also some of them are also involved in related with cancer. But on the right-hand side, we also group the compounds based on the information we collected from various sources that tell us whether or not those compounds have been still in the preclinical stages, or they are already in various phases of clinical trials, or whether those compounds actually are already approved drugs in the market. And the reason I highlight those numbers in blue color is because this numbers shows that the number of compounds we have in the stock. So right now, we have more than 2,500 compounds that are known active pharmaceutical ingredients in approved drugs in different countries. We also have almost 1,500 compounds that are known active pharmaceutical ingredients tested in different phases of clinical trials. And we are still growing those lists by making more and more of those compounds available to our customers. So here I would like to introduce some of our featured tool compounds. As you may be aware of, in the past 2 years, compounds that are targeting KRAS mutants has been a very hot topic in the field of cancer research. Before, KRAS and other RAS mutants were thought as non-druggable targets, but with the efforts in the recent led by Amgen, Revolution Medicine, Mirati, and several other pharmaceutical companies, there are now a few KRAS mutant inhibitors that actually are being developed and also even tested in clinical trials. One of the examples, the 3 examples here are ARS-1620, AMG 510, and also the compound provided by Mirati. So we can provide the 2 compounds for our customers. For the AMG 510, not only we can synthesize, we have already synthesized the target products, we actually also synthesize the enantiomers that can be used as a negative control for the for both the in vitro as well as the in vivo research. For example, these papers published last year on clinical cancer research have cited both of our AMG 510 as well as the ARS-1620. In this research, AMG 510 was used for the in vitro assays targeting several different RAS proteins. And the results are shown here from this publication. And ARS-1620 in this paper was used for the mouse studies to target the tumor. And by the data presented in the paper, our ARS-1620 successfully inhibit tumor growth in the mouse model. And we have several products are being cited by our customers, and which shows both the quality and shows the high quality of our products. Another group of featured bioactive tool compounds I would like to introduce briefly are our compounds related with protec. First, just in case that you are not familiar with protec technology, basically this technology was spearheaded by Arvinas that use the proteasome mediated target degradation to inhibit the targets of interest. And in this case, this type of compounds are always tripartite compounds. They have a target moiety that would be used to specifically to the targets of interest, a linker that link this target moiety to the payloads. The payload will be used to mediate to cause the degradation of the target using different type of the E3 ligase present in the cells. So since this technology become a very hot topic in the field of cancer research and also other fields. We actively developed a lot of the tool compounds for the researchers that are interested in trying this technology in their own field of research. As for now, we have already made 173 E3 ligand and linker conjugates that are ready to be conjugated to researchers' own target moieties for their targets of interest. We have more than 2,600 protec linkers that can be used to troubleshoot the system. As you may be aware of, the successful target of the successful degradation of the targets by the protec would depends on both how good is the target moiety, as well as the linker's length, and also their structure. So that's the reason why we spend a lot of effort to develop a lot of the linkers for our customer to use to troubleshoot the protec molecules they designed. We also have several E3 ligase ligand that can be used for the customers to further improve their protec molecules. In addition, we put together a E3 ligase ligand linker conjugate kit. In this case, we have 12 compounds using the von Hippel-Lindau or VHL E3 ligase ligand, and 33 compounds use the cereblon E3 ligase ligands. Both are most commonly used for the protec to design the protec molecules. So this kits would allow customers to try a different combination of the E3 ligase ligands with their linker and also the target moiety that allow them to identify the best possible combination of the linker as well as E3 ligase ligand. We also have a very strong R&D capacity toward the antibody drug conjugates field. So we currently have 106 cytotoxins or payloads that can be used for design antibody drug conjugates. We have 635 antibody drug conjugates linker that can be used to troubleshoot to design the best possible ADC molecules. And we also have the drug linker conjugates that are ready to be conjugated for the different antibodies that our clients wanted to use to target their proteins of interest. So here I want to feature two high potency antibody drug conjugate payloads that we have developed. And I believe those payloads are very difficult to synthesize. As you can tell by their structure, that both compounds are with complex structures and multiple chiral centers. But we have developed a mature synthesis scheme and method, as well as the quality assurance to make sure for those two compounds so that we can provide high quality compounds to our researchers. And I will also come back to these compounds when I introduce our CMC service. So next, I want to talk about our customizable compound screening libraries. So as for now, MedChemExpress offers more than 90 ready-to-use compound libraries consisting of more than 12,000 small molecules. And all of those, we have provided up-to-date annotations on their biological activities, their solubilities, their stabilities in solution, as well as the status of those compounds being developed in the clinical phases. More than 300 bioactive compounds, as for now, can only be provided by us. So what I wanted to show you is examples of our bioactive compound libraries. So the bioactive compound library is the most comprehensive collection of our compound libraries, bioactive compound libraries. And then based on the disease areas, based on their features of the compounds, based on the structures, we assembled several various different libraries that to meet the different purpose of our clients' research. For example, the anti-COVID-19 compound library was assembled during the early stages of the pandemic. Our team actually used our own virtual screening service to select a group of compounds from the FDA-approved drug library, as well as the compounds that are in clinical trials that can have the potential to target several different structures or proteins expressed by COVID-19 virus. So we assembled this library and we make them available for the researchers that were looking for therapeutic ways, therapeutic interventions for the COVID-19 pandemic. For the CNS penetrant compound library, basically we assembled this list by checking the literature and collect the compounds that are known to pass the blood-brain barrier. And we put those compounds together and to make the CNS penetrant compound libraries. The fragment libraries are developed from a unique collection of the functional fragments that we collected throughout the years. And these fragments can be used for fragment-based drug discovery screening. One advantage of our libraries, and we take pride of, is that we provide most up-to-date and accurate annotations for compounds selected in those libraries. Using the 4 libraries as an example, we provide FDA-approved as well as a pharmacopoeia drug library. But we also understand that there is a significant difference between compounds that are used as active pharmaceutical ingredients and approved by FDA and other agencies worldwide. And those compounds are listed in pharmacopoeia, but they may not be the active pharmaceutical ingredients. So we carefully selected only the compounds that are approved active pharmaceutical ingredients. And we assembled the FDA-approved drug library. We also understand it is important to let our customer know that the compounds they are working with, whether they are approved compounds or they're still in different phases of clinical trials. So we carefully specify those compounds and assemble a different library that only lists the compounds, that only contains the compounds are still in clinical trials but are not approved. And the FDA-approved library and the clinical compound libraries are not overlapped. And we track the literature and we tracked the informations that listed by several different regulatory agencies to provide those lists, to provide most up-to-date lists every month for those compounds. In addition, after learning that some of our customers are interested in who are interested in drug repurposing, they wanted to test both the approved drugs and also they wanted to test the compounds that are safe, has been shown safe in clinical trials. So in this case, we put together a drug repurposing compound library. So this library contains the approved compound library that are included in the FDA-approved drug library, as well as a subset of the clinical compound library. And this part of those drug repurposing library, actually the compounds from the clinical compound libraries, we select only the compounds that are known to already pass the phase 1 clinical trials. So we put those compounds in the drug repurposing compound libraries. So when our customers approach us, ask for quotes for different libraries, we always provide our customers a compound list and also allow our customers to customize those libraries, either by cherry picking a subset of the compounds from any of those libraries we offer, as well as by allowing our customers to use a format that's best suitable to their research need. So all of our compound libraries are fully customizable, and we have a dedicated customer service team and technical support team to work with the customers step by step until our customers are satisfied with the list of the compounds that we provided to them. So next, I wanted to briefly introduce of our MedChemExpress's life science products. We expanded our product portfolio from the small molecule chemical bioactive tool compounds to other reagents that can be useful for life science research, including the dye reagents, peptides, biochemical assay reagents, recombinant proteins, including cytokines and growth factors, as well as inhibitory antibodies, and also a variety of kits used for biological and chemical assays. We choose those products very carefully because their quality is always our top priority. So, for example, our inhibitor cocktails, we provide 3 different kinds of inhibitor cocktails: the protease inhibitor cocktail, the phosphatase inhibitor cocktail, as well as the deacetylase inhibitor cocktail. For the protease inhibitor cocktail, we provide both the solution format as well as the mini tablet format. Here we show the result from actual experiments we did. We compared our protease inhibitor cocktail with some other inhibitor cocktail provided by 2 of the leading suppliers in the field. And the result shows that our protease inhibitor cocktail works equally well with the same reagent that provided by other suppliers in the field. But what we wanted to emphasize is that we can provide our products in bulk and also at a competitive price. So next, I wanted to introduce our service, including the FIFO service, as well as FTE customer synthesis service, our virtual screening service, as well as our CMC service for APIs and advanced intermediates. Our customer synthesis service has unique, a few advantages, supported by our experienced chemists in our R&D facilities in Shanghai. So we provide upfront pricing and lead time estimation. There's zero liability for the customer because we only charge our customer after we successfully deliver our compounds. We provide efficient project design and management. And during the process of the synthesis, we communicate with our customers regularly by providing up-to-date progress reports on a regular basis, so that our customers will be aware of the status of the synthesis, and also if there are any potential delays caused by the difficulties we encounter during the synthesis, we will always inform our customers so that they can adjust their research plan accordingly. We are capable to scale up those syntheses. We also provide stringent quality control and quality assurance that would make sure that the products delivered to the customers meet the customer's expectation. For example, at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we were approached by several researchers that they wanted to test remdesivir and its analogs in their research. So we provided these compounds. We developed the synthesis of those compounds in a very timely manner. In the next slide, I want to show you that the list of the publications since the pandemic that's citing the usage of our remdesivir. As you can see, so this again highlights the quality of our service and our products. Next, I want to briefly introduce our virtual screening service. In addition to provide the bioactive compound libraries to our clients, customers, we realized that those bioactive compound libraries are great tools that are very useful for drug repurposing and new indication research. But a lot of our customers still wanted to develop their novel compounds, but they do not want to, they also wanted to minimize the risk of running a large-scale high-throughput screening, testing millions of compounds, which is often time and cost, which often costs a long time and a lot of cost. So in this case, we team up with Inami to introduce our in silico virtual screening service. We provide both the structure-based screening service as well as the ligand-based screening service using databases provided by both MedChemExpress as well as Inami. And the tools, the software we use, are developed by Schrödinger. So example of the compound databases we use is here. We use our own bioactive compound libraries, and the other libraries are developed by Inami, with the largest ones consisting of more than 2 million compounds. So when our customers approach us with the virtual screening service, we always started by having a Zoom meeting with our customers, introducing our service, and also analyze and discuss with our customers specifically about their projects. Then we will tell our customers honestly whether our structure-based screening service or our ligand-based structure screening service are suitable for their research. Only if we reached a consistent agreement with our customer that our service can benefit their research, then we will make a we will present a proposal to our customer, and our customers we will also help our customer to choose the proper compound databases that are suitable for their project need. And after the screening service, we will provide a detailed reports with lists of hits that to the customer. And the reason why we teamed up with Inami is because most of the compounds in their database are also purchasable. So this we value this feature very much because it is important to make sure that the hits coming out of the virtual screening are available for our customers to test in their actual compound screening. So last, I want to introduce our CMC service that are tailored toward the industrial customers. So our CMC service are more focused on the intermediates, advanced intermediates, and the active pharmaceutical ingredients. So we have the capability to provide both types of compounds from the gram scale to the commercial scale. And this is the structure of our CMC service division. So we have a project management team that work closely with the client, provide regular updates, and also bridge the communication between our client with our R&D division, our process development team, our QC, QA, and our manufacturing teams. From the project team, they will make sure they will manage and update the progress made by the process development, the analytical method development, and also the quality control and quality assurance to the client. The result from those different teams will eventually be used to guide the manufacturing, either in a non-GMP or in a GMP facility at our manufacturing facility. We are also experienced in working with our clients to ensure a smooth transition from the product development to manufacture to the IND application. So our dedicated supporting team will work with our client for preparing the drug master file as well as other documents that are needed for IND application filing. So some of the highlights of the featured products that are developed by our CMC team. Again, we have a strong emphasis on high potency active pharmaceutical ingredients that can use either alone or used as the payload for the antibody drug conjugates, as well as the other purpose of our clients. So, for example, those compounds shown here we have developed a multi-step route of synthesis for those compounds with complex structure. We have already established a quality system to make sure that are ready to be introduced ready to guide both the pre-GMP as well as the GMP production. We have developed and synthesized the relative impurities that can be used for the quality control. Lastly, we have successfully developed the process and optimized the process that actually allow the large-scale production of those high-potency compounds. So we have a specific high-potency compound R&D GMP kilo lab at our Shanghai R&D center. And at our Anhui GMP manufacturing facility, we also have a 4,000 square feet space dedicated for the high potency compounds. So we believe our technical capacities should be able to meet the needs of a lot of customers with the interest in developing ADC and other therapeutic reagents that using those high potency compounds. With this, I wanted to thank you very much for your time and attention. And again, I hope that this presentation will help you to establish the impression that MedChemExpress and also our parent company, Haoyuan Chemexpress, is truly the master of small molecules. And we are always ready to serve you your different needs, ranging from the early phases of research and discovery to the later phases of the clinical development with our products and our service. Thank you very much, and I will welcome your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. It was great. Thank you very much. I personally enjoyed the talk, and hopefully all our attendees as well. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing your questions in the chat box, and till we are waiting for these questions, I have a few. Like, could you please share them? A maximum amount you can produce according to GMP standards?
For that, depending on the different compounds. So for the high potency compounds, right now our process has been developed. For example, for eribulin mesylate, we should provide at the sub-kilogram scale. Mm-hmm. For another key high potency compounds, triseptidine mesylate, we have already produced a reference batch at a 80-gram scale, but the process we developed are definitely suitable for kilogram scales. Okay. But those are for the high potency compounds. For other compounds, our GMP facility can meet like I would say tens or hundreds of kilogram scales.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, another question. Yeah, you have shown us that there are a lot of citation of MedChemExpress. Yeah, could you please? It was like a particular collaboration, or just you require your customers to cite MedChemExpress in the publications?
We never required our customer to cite. Those are all basically our product development and the marketing team search the literatures and collected those informations. Right now, we are working with a third-party service provider who are using the artificial intelligence technology to help us have a more comprehensive search on the literatures in the past decade, so that we believe we will be able to provide a more comprehensive list of the citations that cited our products, and hopefully the information provided there will also make it easier for customers to know what products have been used for what type of experiments, like in vitro cell-based assays or in vivo animal studies.
Yeah, thank you very much for your answer. Yeah, and you mentioned that all your libraries are actually fully customizable. And
Yes.
does it mean that, how do you store them? Do you have pre-plated libraries, or you always do plating the libraries once you have the actual order from the customers?
That's a great question. So we actually, so our top priority is always the quality. So we have developed a efficient inventory management system. So when we for example, when we synthesize a new batch of a specific compound, and if that compound belongs to a certain libraries, so we would always make a aliquots of accurately measured solid format. So once we receive the orders, we would reconstitute the compounds along with other compounds, and based on the list that the customer finally decided, as well as the plate layout, we our library preparation team will make the library actually fresh based on the plate layout and the compound list. So such master mix, the reconstituted, I call it master stock. So it's made at between 500 microliters to 1 milliliters. But with the volume of our library, we usually, I think none of this master aliquots will be stored for more than a month. Because they're being we have so many orders that we actually prepare the solutions actually freshly, every time, almost. Yeah, and we also combine, when we prepare the libraries, we also strategically would kind of, depending on the compound selection, so we kind of have a efficient order to make sure that we can prepare the libraries both efficiently, as well as make sure that those compounds are with their top qualities. Okay. And we are still expanding our capacity, and by providing more and more compounds available, as well as improving our automation capacity. So with the goal that we wanted to start prepare the library in 3 to 10 days after we receive the order. So that's our goal, and we are working toward that goal.
Yeah, this is impressive. Yeah, and it's actually what the customers actually need, because they always need libraries or compounds very fast, let's say. Yeah,
so we have pre-plated libraries. We have a specific one called FDA approved mini library. So this one is pre-plated at a smaller volume, like 10 microliters per compound. So for if a lab that just want to do a smaller scale of screening, so that's something that can be tailored toward that need. But for almost all other compound libraries, they're fully customized.
Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. And actually, the next question is about how do you usually decide which library are you going to design as next?
So actually, that would be a question for another talk. I would like to invite my colleague who is in charge of developing those libraries. So we, of course, we follow the, we have a product development team that constantly looking for what has been developed by other suppliers. And also we try to follow the literature by see what are the the libraries that kind of that are very hot recently. Like for example, the COVID-19 library was literally just built, I would say, within a month after the very early pandemic in Wuhan, China. So and in the beginning, and we provided that library freely to the researchers in China in the first couple months, so that they can quickly use this tool to look for compounds that can be used for introducing the clinical trials. Other case is, I want to use an example if the time allows. There is a library in there's one specific library called human metabolites library. So the reason we assembled that library is because one of our customers from NIH asked for this type of library. And then we work with her and to select a list of compounds that are known human-derived metabolites, and they're potentially bioactive, and we put these libraries together. So I would say a combination of our own market research as well as the feedbacks or the inquiries from our customers.
Yeah, thank you very much for your answers, David. And yeah, I believe that we kind of run out of time. Yeah, thanks again. And with that, I would like to close our webinar. And yeah, we would be happy to host like your colleague and to get known more about this library designing process. Yeah, so thank you very much. We are looking forward to seeing all our attendees again on another hour webinars.
Thank you very much for this time, and thank you. We look forward to have more close working relationship with ChemSpace and serve the customers of ChemSpace. Thank you
Thank you very much. The same here. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.